Let's get our acceleration here. Gonna spin the tires a little bit probably. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over an F-350 Platinum. First and foremost though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo for giving me some time with this Platinum. This one is available for sale right now. If you're interested, check out the inventory in the description down below. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's get into it. So under the hood, we have the 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. It's good for 475 horsepower and then 1,050 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go to the front end of the Platinum. So first off, you can see we've got the normal Super Duty hood here with the Super Duty logo there across the front. With the Platinum, they have like this special coloration for the grille material, which I think looks really good. And then notice there's a camera at the bottom of the Ford logo. And then we have the upgraded LED lights, which again look fantastic. Fog lights down below. We've got the tow hooks that kind of match the grille. And then we have the normal Super Duty air dam, which helps out with towing and aerodynamic efficiency. Kind of looks like a little chin beard, but there you go. So popping to the side here, we've got two 75mm tires wrapped on 20-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear. And again, you guys can see that kind of theme of the chrome / silver continues. And then here's a quick look at the front suspension. It's crazy to see heavy-duty suspension because it's just so beefy. We've got our Platinum F-350 badge here, Power Stroke badge, and then notice with the chrome on the mirror, and then the door handles as well. And then if we take a bunch of steps back, because it's a very big truck, you guys can see the full side profile. And then we've got the FX4 sticker, because this one's an FX4 off-road package. Look at the leaf springs. These things are huge. So here's our key fob. We have our unlock function, lock, remote start, and then the drop down for the tailgate. Payload capacity is 3,430 pounds with this truck, and it can tow like 20,000 pounds, something like that. It can tow a lot. It's a diesel. That's all you need to know. Now this has the built-in tailgate step, and then we've got the LED lights here in the back as well. Those are the little plugins for the cargo tie downs. Got the light there with the cargo light at the top, and when you're all done, you just gotta lift it back up. Now finishing things up with the rest of the rear, we have the, well, LED tail lamps, which I will turn on for you guys. Look at those, pretty cool. Platinum Super Duty right there with the Ford logo off to the side. Parking sensors here at the bottom. Massive, massive receiver hitch. And also, look at the exhaust tip. Everything's big on this. That's why they call it the Super Duty, because everything's super large. Now here's the door panel in the rear. Look at the leather trim here and then the wood trim. And then here are these seats with the Platinum. Got the Platinum logo. Again, look at the perforations there in the center. We've got some under-seat storage here. And then the power running boards make getting in and out pretty easy. Actually, you do have a grab handle to help out too. There's legroom. There's the headroom. And also got a storage pocket here. A couple cup holders. Heated seats with all of our charging ports. And we've got our cup holder armrest set up right there. Let's head to the front. Here's the front door panel. You guys can see again with the leather trim and the wood trim. Blind spot monitoring for the mirrors, and of course we've got the mirror extender. What more could you ask for? The mirrors do power fold in. We've got memory seats as well. And then here again is the front seat with the Platinum logo perforated down the center portion. Look how soft these seats are. Power adjustments, Platinum logo. Pedals down below, we've got our pedal adjustment, and then notice here with the tailgate drop down light controls, mirror lights, steering wheel is power adjustable. Let's pop in. Now here is the steering wheel. We've got leather all around, and then you guys can see the contrasted stitching. Volume controls, voice command controls. We've got controls for the center stack. Cruise control does have adaptive cruise control. Turn signal stock. Then we have our column shifter with the drive mode select, and then you got the plus and minus for the gears. And, well, there you go. Now here's the center gauge cluster. You've got RPMs on the one side, speed on the other side, and then you can scroll through a bunch of different screens to see different bits of information here on the vehicle. Since this has some miles on it, I want to see fuel economy. 16.6 miles per gallon. That is not bad for a massive truck like this, but oh, there you go. Now we've got the 12-inch display, but above the 12-inch display, we've got a bunch of controls: diesel exhaust brake, stability control, hazard lights, hill descent control, lane departure, and then this is for the camera system to pop it on. You've got a bunch of different camera views here with the Super Duty, including a bed camera Now, so you can add auxiliary cameras if you want. You got that zoomed in function on the receiver hitch as well, and then the regular backup camera. And when you pop into reverse, it also just automatically turns on the backup camera. Now, as for the resting infotainment system, basically you got the main screen here, which has really good response time, as you can see. And being a Platinum, we do have massaging seats. If I can click on the button, there you go. Got massaging seats, and then you have the auxiliary screen here off to the side, which lets you scroll through a few different menus. We've got our drive line select here, so we have our 2-wheel high, 4-wheel high, and 4-wheel low. This does have a locker in the rear. Trailer brake controls, trailer backup system, radio controls here, dual zone climate controls, heated and cooled seats, and then we have our outlet. And then notice the wood trim here that you can, well, try to move with a wireless phone charger, and then the USB ports. And then we've got more storage space here, a couple of cup holders. Look at this center console, it's pretty nice. Ooh, it's like a massive void inside of there. And then we've got our dual glove box set up, and then notice with the leather trim here on the dash. And then finishing up at the top, we have a panoramic sunroof, 6 auxiliary switches, power sliding rear window, and then controls for the sunroof as well, and then universal garage door opener. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility of the hood. Both mirrors do it, blind spot monitoring, and throughout the rest of the rear. And let's go. So setting off in this Super Duty, and first off, it's super big. Definitely doesn't have the greatest turning radius. You know, they still have solid front and rear axles with this, and so it definitely kind of makes it interesting. The turning and the driving and everything. Now, actually setting off, we're gonna pop into the Sport traction mode, so you guys can see I'm in advanced track sport mode with it. You know, for having beefy leaf springs and for having solid front and rear axles, it is actually a pretty smooth ride, let me tell you. Braking on it too is actually really solid as well. Just got to make sure that we don't have anyone going through this crosswalk right here. But let's get our acceleration here. Gonna spin the tires a little bit probably. So fast. Like this shouldn't, this is so, like I say it every single time. It's every single time I drive this, it's like this is overkill for a diesel truck, but it's fun. You know, I've reviewed quite a few of these. I just wanted to have some seat time here with the Platinum, a stock Platinum. I reviewed a crazy modified one this year, but I haven't reviewed a stock one. So you know, is the Platinum really worth it, or should you just get a Lariat? I guess that's a good question to ask. First off, I love the looks of this. I think it looks better than most packages on the Lariat. Maybe the, let me think. Maybe the Sport package on the Lariat would look a little bit better than this, but like I said, this looks better than most packages on the Lariat. And then, you know, seat comfort. These seats definitely are nicer than the Lariat seats. Massaging seat, that's nice. I guess how I see it is, if you're gonna spec out a fully loaded Lariat, you probably might as well get a Platinum at that point. But if you're gonna do like a base model Lariat, then that's where it could make quite a bit of sense. So I guess it just depends on you know, what you're going to do with the truck from an option perspective, and then what you're gonna use it for. But this is a great luxury truck. It's interesting overall. Definitely a great luxury truck though, and man, it's like a beast to drive. It's pretty interesting. Now that's gonna sum things up for our video on this Ford F-350 Platinum. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Ford Lincoln here in Provo for giving me some time with this Super Duty. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.